Hi everyone, Sailor Mercury, Amy here, Quicksilver here, and today we'll talk about, how it is hard to seek Yule gifts for folks. You know, a lot of folks, out there think that it's smooth to seek gifts for your kin or your friends, folks that or at least know good enough. And a lot of folks will say, oh, well, you just keep your eyes open, which, yeah, I guess that's the first thing you would do. And then you look. And then even, and even when you do seek that gift, you think you're happy because, okay, you got it started. But then you need to seek more than one gift. And it's not like there's any oversight or a handbook that says, well, you need to at least have 10 or 11 gifts for folks. So there isn't, there's not that to follow, you know. And once you do seek the gift, well, that's the least of your buying, because then you have to get it bought at the shop you're at without whoever you're shopping for, you know, without them not seeing it. And yeah, that's the hard bind too, is you don't want them to see what you're getting because you want it to be a strike for them. But yeah, it's, seeking gifts out for folks is not smooth. And over the years, it was hard in the beginning. I did put a lot of squeeze on myself to seek those gifts, whatever it would happen to have been, you know. And now I don't worry as much as I once did when it came to seeking gifts for my kin or my friends or whatever. But I do have a worry of, did I seek enough gifts? Did I get them enough gifts for Yule or the Gathering of Lights or the Gathering of Followership? Because that holy day, there are gifts giving as well. I don't know how many. I don't know. Let me know. But I do believe in the Gathering of Lights and the Gathering of Followership. The gift giving is a thing for those as well. So whatever Yule, Gathering of Lights, Gathering of Followership, you think, oh, well, I hope I found 5 or 6 gifts, because there isn't any oversight that tells you how many gifts to seek for someone. And once you do seek those gifts and you get them bought and you get them home, well, that's the least of your buying, because now you got to hide them without them seeing it if you happen to live in the same house with them. And another thing when it comes to it, then when you want to wrap the gift, it never quite goes the way that you insided it. Either the wrapping sheet's either too big or too small, it didn't get cut out right, or either the tape isn't holding the wrapping paper on it right, or the mishap with the tape and that not working, putting a name tag on it, writing for who it came from and who it's to, and all that. And then putting it somewhere and then putting it out somewhere. Now, some folks out there think that gift giving should not be a slide of Yule or the Gathering of Lights or the Gathering of Followership, and they believe that it was streamerism that did it. But that's not true. Yule has always had gift giving. Gift giving has always been a flight of Yule ever since Yule started. And same thing with the Gathering of Lights and the Gathering of Followership. And the grounds to why Christendom folks do gift giving at Yule. Yes, it happens to go back to Yule's North beginnings. That's true. But also, it is also showing love for the ones that they care about. And it is also onlooking Jesus, because God loved mankind, womankind so much that he gave Jesus to us as a gift. So by giving someone a gift, they are, onlooking Jesus by giving a gift to someone they care about, because they fought enough of them to give them a gift the same way that God fought enough of us to give us a gift, which was Jesus. And also, if folks want to say that oh well, when Jesus was born, there were no gift giving. Well, that's not true. There were wise kings or men, who gave gifts to Jesus when they saw him. There were shepherds who also went to see him. If they had gifts, I don't know. There was other folks. Folks like to say, oh, there was a little drummer boy. Well, maybe there was, and maybe his gift was song. Maybe he was a boy, maybe he wasn't. I guess everybody forgot what his name was. I don't know. But the grounds of it is that gift giving, it's hard when you're seeking the gifts. And you do feel good about yourself after you seek the gift, because they say, oh, well, it's greater to give than to get. And I guess that's true with the mindset. And they also say that when one's giving out the gifts, one has to give the gifts out in the mindset that the gift is outstanding, that there was some thought put into it, in which that always seems to be, sometimes that's also a thing. Well, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.